Hey, Arcturus here. We're looking at the Arctic Explorer truck in Mobile Lab. This is a nice little set coming in at 489 pieces, set number 60378. Comes with 4 minifigures and 3 little bears, as well as 2 fish, and builds a nice sort of excavator bulldozer with treads and a nice mobile lab. Treads actually do work, although it is not the most smooth movement, but they do rotate and everything. They are a sizable portion of the piece count for the set at about 10%. There's about 44 of them, individual little pieces that you put together. But they do make a nice little bulldozer truck thing here. It does also have a nice hook to attach to one of the other pieces of the set, which is a meteor, which has a nice interior, if I can slide this open, which you put one of those nice green crystal pieces in, and it also has like a sort of geode-like interior with some blue crystals on the inside. You can see some of those from the outside here, as there's some gaps in the gray stone to where you get the crystal shining through. Without the green interior, it's a little hard to see them, but you can kind of see them on the top as well. But they are much brighter with that green piece on the center, and with the light, when you put the lid back on, it is nicely hidden. You can sort of see maybe a glint of something from the interior, but not by much. So it's a nice little addition with that blue clear plastic there. And it just sits behind your little ice flow section here. This does just attach by a little 4 section here, so you could easily separate it out and have the bear separate, versus you could easily have the bear separate from the meteorite. It is a nice large bear figure with a movable head up and down, 2 little bears with some fish. The little bears are just solid pieces. They do have a stud on top if you wanted to put something on their backs, and they just socket onto the pieces like so. The larger bear does actually rotate around the back legs, although not super well attached. The larger bear does rotate on the back legs as well, although it is a little stiff, so it's a little difficult to get it to move. The front legs are fixed, and it does have 2 studs on the back where you could attach something, but it is also easily able to just attach to the studs here on the ground. For convenience, you could just attach them like so. For the bulldozer, you get a nice set of treads, which is most of this piece, I will admit. It's got an actual wheel here on the bottom to help it actually roll. The treads do move, but would not be very good moving on their own. The wheel is there to help them. And when it's sitting on the ground, this is much tighter than it is currently while I'm holding it in the air. You have a nice assembled bulldozer front, which just attaches there by those ratchet movement pieces. And then you also get an interior to the cab. Just comes off like so. And you get a little control panel, some multi-directional windows there, so you can either be bulldozing from the front or controlling the crane in the back. The crane is just made by those ratchet pieces as well, and then uses a ball joint for the actual hook. Some nice articulation there, and then it can just rotate freely. You also get a pickaxe and shovel that attach in the basket here on the side. It does make use of 3 stickers in the set. These pieces are printed. This is a sticker, but I think it's a very nice bulldozer. It's in bright orange, so it fits pretty well with the rest of their Arctic buildings, but would be just fine if you wanted to use it elsewhere in like a city build or with some other sets as well. Next up, we have the lab. So the lab can actually attach to the back of the bulldozer and be pulled by it by this ball joint attached to the walkway here. This lab is part of the other sticker, and this door opens up to the interior of the lab, of course. The top has some solar panels and a little wind turbine for power generation, and we'll just take those off. It's got some nice snow pieces that look kind of like ghosts. There on the sides there, holding those pieces of the lid together. It does attach like a modular building, so it only has these 2 stud connection points. Inside you have what looks to be 2 beds or benches, a med kit with a radio and binoculars here in the top. And our third sticker piece here is this polar bear piece, whereas we have a computer here for the other. And then we have like a power machine here, battery pack, I suspect. It does have little walking feet, but these are fixed. These do not move at all. And then the lid just slides on top like so. Nice and easy. And that is the lab. For minifigures, we have 4 of them. So we have this guy. And if you got to this part of the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below on your favorite Lego City build. And here we have this minifigure with some pouches there on the legs, a jacketed torso with an orange sweater you can just see peeking out, some detail in the back. This fur piece is an add-on that just sockets right under the head, and he only has the one-sided face print. Then we have our lab scientist with magnifying glass, which does actually magnify stuff, as you can see. And pretty different outfit, but for in the lab. And this one also has a second face print. Then we have one of our 2 external explorers with the bright orange suits. This one holding a saw. Some details there on the face. This one only has the one face print, like so, but does come with a replaceable hat for being out in the Arctic to cut open the meteor. And then we have a photographer, also designed to be outside. Has a camera you sort of assemble from a bucket piece, a little, one of the round 1 stud size pieces, and then one of the traditional camera pieces. And this one only has one face print as well, and some details there. Based on the hair and the fact it's also a photographer, this is probably the same photographer as a previous Arctic set, which I will link in the description below if you'd like to check that out. Overall, it was a fun build. Lego generally is. I was a little worried about this one with the treads, but they go together quite easily, so no real worries with that. It's a nice addition to any of the other Arctic theme sets, or if you're really looking for like bear figures, this would be a great set as well. You could also probably repurpose some of these to be for like a construction site if you're building a Lego City build, or we're looking to add on a like bulldozer to, you know, a building in construction for display purposes or something. Well, that's all I have for today. I will catch you next week with another video.